So on the paw, every paw has an inside and an outside. You can see this is a fat portion, this is your thin portion. So this outfitter cut it right down to the pad, which this is perfect. This is what I like, I prefer. I'm gonna use the fat part as the flap. So I'm gonna cut around here and under here. A lot of guys say, oh, don't cut it between the toes and the pad. That sewing takes 5 minutes. But the struggle you'll have getting the ankle bones out, not cutting that, is definitely not worth the time in my opinion. So you're gonna see I'm gonna cut from here all the way down here, come back, and then I'm gonna slice underneath the pad here and flap it open. So here we go. Very simple. Pads are thick, you don't have to worry too much about cutting any of the fat. Under the edge, and then back to the middle. There we go. So this is all opened up. So now let's cut the pad. It's a little awkward in front of the camera, but you can leave all this fat on the pad. It's totally fine. We're going to shave it off when we tan the hide. So there we go. We opened up that whole pad there, as well as the pad on the paw. Perfect. So that's all opened up. We'll do this part too a little bit. You'll see we'll be able to get at the ankle bones. There we go. This outfitter did a great job skinning right to the ankle bone. A lot of guys will just hack it off at the forearm. And I get it's quick, you got a bunch of berries to skin, I totally understand. But man, you get down to the ankle bone, just nice and clean. Everything's good. All right. So the next step here is to expose the back of the paw. All right. So we're gonna cut all this back towards the toes, okay? You can see all the tendons here. Expose all that. A little bit of pressure on the skin. Normally I'm pulling on this, but get some good pressure. Expose that down to the toe. Perfect. This is a fairly big paw, so it's nice and easy to show on camera how this is gonna work. So kind of why I did it. All right, so the next step is to go underneath the toes. We're gonna cut up inside here to expose the underside of the toes and the tendons that are there. So we're gonna grab this and we're just gonna create a pocket. So there we go. Cut underneath each pad. See, I'm creating a pocket underneath there. Very simple, just trying to expose the underside of the toe. Here's a good example. There's the tendon on the bottom of the toe right there. Just trying to expose all of those. Get down close to the toe and the claw. There we go. From here, just expose the back a bit more till we get to the end of the first knuckle. Excuse me. Just take your time. Just keep exposing it back. Try not to cut the skin as we do this. Pull this that way so I can pull on my hide. Give myself some tension. Okay, so we're getting to the point where we're almost at that first knuckle. Just being very careful to not cut the skin. And then first knuckles right there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna poke in between each toe and create a slot. I'm gonna do this. Try to do it on camera without cutting my fingers. So I'm creating a slot between each of the toes. That's not for any purpose other than being able to loop my finger in there and be able to pull. So I'm going to pull this back a little bit. Expose. So. Each knuckle there. Now this is the tricky part. I'm going to try to get this on camera as best I can. You can see there's the first knuckle, there's the knuckle. So with my thumb, I'm pushing that down. I know this is kind of hard to see. Again, at an angle maybe like that. I'm going to get my knife in there and just cut the side of that knuckle. In the top, right there you can see I've hit the joint. So all that's still in there, I'm cutting towards myself, so I'm being very careful. All that's still in there is just the claw itself. That's it. That's the base of the claw right there. All right? So then what we're going to do, I'll pull this back a little bit. Aim it down just a touch. Excuse me. So now, like I said, I cut a slot in there just for my finger. Being careful. Put my finger in there. Now I can pull on this. This hide's weighted down over here. I can cut the side. See how it releases like that? Beautiful. It's just what you want. And release the side. Use my thumb as a guide. And there we go. Right there you can see the joint. So I'm going to get my knife in there, cut under, like scoop underneath like this. Just like that. Very careful. I'm cutting towards myself. There's the next knuckle. On to the next one. Same process every time. Cut the side, cut the top, it peels away. Just like that. There we go. Make this slot a little bigger towards the end. There, get my finger in there better. And you're gonna look now. I have this knife. You can see obviously it's been sharpened a ton. It's a thick, stiff blade. A scalpel doesn't work very good doing this. But this Henkel knife, paring knife, works fantastic. It's very narrow on the tip. And when I cut that in there, I can get in there with my seam, easily get in, oops, and create a gap for myself. There we go. Of course, as I say that, got a little bit of hang up underneath. So along the back side, there we go. Scoop underneath, wiggle it in, expose the toe. Just like that. Two more. Top, pressure, everything will expose down. Keep backing up here. Keep working the top, and then the side. And right there you can see there's the hole right there for the joint. So just wiggle my knife in between. Scoop it down, scooping motion underneath. Very careful not to cut myself. Fourth one done. This last one, lots of pressure I can put on this. Very easy. Just keep working my way down. I can already see that gap is created there between the joint. Little joint, yeah, just like that. With pressure with the paring knife, and done. Just like that. Now it's probably, in realistic, it's probably about 6-7 minutes per paw. I think this is about a 9-minute video, but there you go. You can see the only thing that's in there is the nails. This will get shaved off when I tan the hide, but it actually looks very clean. That's how you take them out. Back paws are exact same. use the fat side of the paw to fit your flap. There you go, guys. Perfect.